Have you ever stopped to think about how a website just appears on your screen? I mean, you click a link, you type in an address, and boom, it's right there. It feels like magic, right? Well, it's not magic. There's this incredibly powerful, totally invisible engine working behind the scenes. So let's pull back the curtain and meet the secret engine that powers pretty much everything you do online.
And that really gets to the heart of it. Behind every single click, every search you make, every video you stream, there is one crucial piece of tech making it all happen: the web server. It is the absolute unsung hero of your entire digital life.
So yeah, that's the big question, right? What exactly is this thing? How does it work? And why is it so fundamental to how the internet even exists? Well, it's time to find out.
Okay, first up, let's follow the journey. We're going to trace how a website gets from some computer, maybe thousands of miles away, directly onto your screen in, well, the blink of an eye. So here's the official definition. At its core, a web server is basically a computer program that just sits and listens for requests from your browser. When you decide you want to see a website, your browser sends out a little message, and it's the web server's job to grab all the files, all the text, the images, the code, and send them right back to you. You can think of it as the internet's ultimate delivery service. And this whole trip happens in 4 super quick steps. It starts with you. You click a link. That click tells your browser to ask for the page. That request flies across the internet to the right web server, which then finds all the pieces of that page and sends them right back. Your browser catches everything and assembles it into the website you see. This entire dance happens in milliseconds every single time. It's amazing. Now, if that all sounded a little bit technical, don't worry. There's a really simple way to think about this that makes it all click. Just imagine the web server is your own personal digital waiter.
Think about it like this. In a restaurant, you're the customer. On the web, that's your browser. You place an order, which is your request for a website. And who takes that order? The waiter. That's our web server. The server then goes to the kitchen, which is like the database or application where everything is stored, and comes back with your meal, the fully loaded web page. It's a perfect comparison. The web server is your friendly, super efficient digital waiter.
So we get what a web server is and how it works with the whole waiter analogy, but why does it actually matter so much? Let's look at the huge jobs it's responsible for that make it the true foundation of the web. A server's job is just massive. I mean, first and foremost, it delivers the content. That's the whole reason websites even load. But it also has to handle insane amounts of traffic, sometimes serving millions of people all at once without crashing. It's also in charge of keeping you safe by managing security, like HTTPS. You know, that little padlock you see in your address bar? That's the server at work. And they're built to scale. So when a site suddenly gets popular, the server can handle the rush. And here's a cool little fact. You have interacted with these workhorses thousands of times, probably without ever knowing their names. A huge chunk of the internet runs on a few major web server technologies, like Apache, Nginx, and Microsoft's IIS. You don't need to know the details, just know that these are the names of the engines powering the sites you visit every day. All right, enough with the theory. Let's talk about reality. Where do these web servers actually pop up in your day-to-day life? The short answer, absolutely everywhere.
Think about watching this right now, or any video you stream online. A web server isn't just sending you one file. It is meticulously feeding gigabytes of data to your device, piece by piece, moment by moment, to make sure you get a smooth, buffer-free stream. Yep, that's a web server. Or what about online shopping? Every single product image, every description, all the prices, all of that was delivered to your screen by a web server. And then when you go to checkout, that very same server is managing the secure, encrypted connection to keep your credit card info safe. Or maybe you're just catching up on the day's headlines. Guess what's working behind the scenes? A web server fetching every single article, every photo, and every link to build that news site right in front of your eyes. So from your social media feeds to your email, from streaming music to online banking, the web server is the silent, reliable, and completely essential backbone of everything you do online. It's the hardest working piece of technology you never actually see. So we've established that the web server is the digital waiter, the one that delivers the final meal to your table. But that leaves us with a really interesting question, doesn't it? Who, or what, is in the kitchen? What actually creates the website that the server delivers? And how is that a different job entirely? Well, that's a story for another time.